Hi, this is Riley, and today we are going to be playing Bloxburg, and I'm giving you a tour of my house. Now, when you usually start this game, it'll come with a little average starter house that you usually immediately get rid of and start building your own. Well, I just added on to that house a lot. So yeah, that is my average house, my average mansion, I guess you could say. And I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of it today. So let me go in here and turn on the power so we can see. Just go in here, here's the power. This is my little storage room area. But let me start at the front door over here. So here's my driveway. You'd walk in here, go in this little area here, that little passageway. And then you'll come to the door. Very nice door. Very nice yellow trim along the whole entire place, may I say. Anyways, there's a doorbell. Anyways, let's go in. So when you first come in, you got a little tiny living room. Almost all of this part is original to the first house. I think there was an older TV stand here, or at least an older TV and maybe an older couch. But almost all of this room is original to the starter house. Same with the kitchen over here. Most of it is all the same. I think I've added some drawers, maybe a microwave, maybe a blender. A couple things I've added, but almost all of it's original. So all of this part I didn't really do. I've added on to it, but yeah. Anyways, let's go into the washroom. Now the washroom used to be a lot smaller. I did not mean to sit there. Close the door. I think it used to stop actually right with this wall. So yeah, it used to stop here, and there used to just be I think it used to be all over here. But I added on to it when I made the additions and stuff that I'll get onto later. And this in here is my garage with my wonderful little tiny car here. This actually used to be my bedroom at the start. I'm not sure. This might have been an older version of the starter house, actually. I'm not sure if these starter houses are around anymore. So, that's kind of cool. Anyways, here's my trusty old car here. You can pull it out into the driveway here. This is where I usually put it, unless I'm, leaving the game or something. But yeah, it usually just goes right there like that in its little spot. Anyways, you can immediately go back in there and open this again. Yeah. Oh, let's look at the dining room in here. So this is my dining room. I used to have a little office right here, but since I've added the second story, I've put it up there. But this was the first addition I ever added to the house. This was a little area that I added to be my dining room and my office. I also added a back door here with these curtains. There we go. And I added a little backyard area with a nice shed with all my stuff. All of my outdoor stuff. Anyways, there's a nice fire pit here. All of my probably dead plants. And my tree that I need to change the color of. Oh yeah, I need to put this leaf pile underneath it because it's the fall now. I haven't played this in a while. Anyways, let's not go over there yet. That's for in a couple minutes. Let me close the curtains here. I added those just a little while ago. I think they were a nice touch. Anyways, you can see my perfect light placement here, right in line with each other. It's just, I should be a builder. I should do construction. Anyways, here's a little, I guess you'd call it a foyer or whatever they say. Main area to access all of the levels and all the rooms and the backyard. But let's start with this. Let's start with this area. So in here, we got kind of a guest room with some bunk beds. It looked kind of like a kid's room, actually. I'm not sure if it's a guest room or the kid's room, I forget. But you got two computers here, of course, because there's two beds here. And a little clock here. And I actually like the colors of this room. It's a little childish, I guess, but it's kind of nice colors. Anyways, let's go over here. This is the party room with all of the instruments and all of the speakers and stuff. And if I turn these lights off here, you have the disco ball. You turn these on. Turn all of this stuff on and stuff. I'm not doing all that. But it looks cool when it's all dark. Maybe I'll show you at the end of the episode. In here is the workout room with a little bench here and a treadmill and a punching bag. And of course, if you want to play soccer in here, we got a soccer ball in here because everybody likes to play soccer in enclosed rooms. And this just goes back to my garage. You know, it's all linked up. Anyways, in here is my laundry room. It's very, very, very big laundry room, but you know, you need a lot of room to do laundry. But yeah, here you can take the clothes from the bin, put it in the washer, put it in the dryer. Actually, put it in the washer, put it in the dryer, and then put it on the clothes racks right here. Maybe iron it if you need to. And in here, of course, is that little storage room that I showed at the start of the episode. Also, I've added blinds to every single one of the windows. That was also just a while ago. I added that with the curtains to the sliding glass doors. Anyways, let's go back over to the sliding door over here. That will take us to our pool area. So here's our pool area, which is very, very, very lovely. And here is our pool shed with our hose. And in here, there was going to be stuff like some pool supplies, you know, pool care stuff, maybe a pump, but you know, they don't have that in the game, so I couldn't really do that. Maybe one time this room will have stuff in it. Oh yeah, that's a motion sensor light. It's kind of annoying. I might switch that. Here's my security cameras. I'll show you those in a little while. But yeah, here's the pool with the diving board. Here's the ladder. And here's the chairs that you can sit on, under the umbrella. I guess I just can't sit on them. There we go. I'm sitting on them now. That would be a sunshade, but obviously you don't really need that right now. And that, of course, just goes back to the backyard area over there, the little campfire area. When you go back in, I guess it's closed. You close the curtains. Very lovely. So let's go upstairs first, because that was the second thing I added. That was the second big addition, the upstairs. So here's another foyer area. I think that's what they're called. So let's start with this room. This is the bathroom. So in here you got your bathtub, your shower, toilet, sink, all the stuff. Right above the other bathroom downstairs also. So, in here is my new office. That's what I was saying that I put it up here. So, it's very, very colorful, very vibrant. You know, I like it like that. It inspires me to do my work and stuff. Yeah, I can sit down here and turn on the computer. Oh yeah, I can view the security cameras. Here they are. Let me show you them right now. So you got the main entrance here. You got the one that I was just showing you, which is the pool area. It's basically all the doors, you know. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I thought those were pretty cool. It only costs like $1 million, so yeah, that's fine. Anyways, let's go over here. I missed this. Here's my other guest room, which is not as childish looking. It's more fancy, with more adult-like feel to it. And that door goes to replace that. I'll show you in a second. It all links up. Anyways, if we go in here, this is my kind of restaurant area where I can have a bunch of people come and sit down. And here is where the person, probably me, would do all the cooking. You know, bring the food over, pass it through here. People would come and get it. I really need a counter there or something, but I don't think it would let me add it in because there's not enough room. I've also added, you know, some drink refrigerators, a deep fryer, and I think this is an ice cream machine. Yeah, it is. And I also added some drawers up there. I think I need some lights in here too. Anyways, let's go to this place. This is the upstairs living room. A lot nicer than the downstairs one, which is actually original to the house. I think I said that already. But yeah, we got a much nicer TV stand, a much nicer TV and fireplace too. But yeah, this is the more nicer thing. And then these curtains that I already added before I added all these other ones. Those are blinds. Those are curtains. You don't care about when I added them. You really don't. And of course, in here, this links up to this room again. Now, let's go ahead to the downstairs, the basement. Okay, I'm recording this after all of that video because I missed something very crucial here, which is this room here, my bedroom, which is it's very, very interestingly colored. You know, kind of like a tiger, I guess. You got my nice bed here that I couldn't put up against the wall because I don't know how to play this game, apparently. This one I could. But yeah, this room's kind of bare. Maybe I could add some more stuff to it, but it's good for now. Anyways, that's all. Back to the actual main video. Now, you guys might think the basement will look all dark and cold and stuff. But actually, it used to. But then we did a big renovation, and this is where all of my friends have made their rooms. So let me show you those. In here, yeah, no rooms in here yet. Oh, I'm stinky. I'm very stinky. Hold on a second. Let me go have a shower. I'm stinky. Now I'm not stinky. But yeah, this room, unfinished. This is what the whole basement looked like at some point before the big renovation. This room, I think, too, is, yeah, not finished, so. These rooms are finished. So if we go in here, this is one of my friend's rooms. Not completely finished. I don't know why, but everything seems to be squished over to that side. I don't judge, you know, he can do what he wants. It's his room. Yeah, very nice blue color and a very nice wood floor. It's all very nice in here. And let's close that door. Also, yeah, very fancy entrance here. Let's go in this room. This room is the nursery, I think. I don't know why we made this. Actually, no, I remember why we made this. They were turning themselves into babies, and they thought it was really funny until I made a nursery for them, and then they stopped. But yeah, that's this place. It's very, very pink. Anyways, in here is the third washroom, the basement washroom, which is one of the biggest washrooms. It's very, very bright in here, but I think this is one of the nicest washrooms, which has 2 doors, which goes to, yeah, there. And in here is my other friend's room. It's more of a reddish look. And he could actually change the color of this roof here, because this is separate, and from that, it's confusing. And there's someone at my door, and I'm not answering it. And I think they're stealing my car. That's fine. Anyways, I think that's it. Let me just take a little look around. Oh yeah, I want to show you what it looked like in here when it was dark. Let me do that quick. Let me just turn the power here. Turn all of these on. This might take a minute. And then I'll turn on the mist machines here. Turn on these lasers and stuff. We got all sorts of cool stuff in here. Let me turn these off actually. See? Look at this. It's real. It's a very, very party lighting. And the reason I had to turn all the other lights off is because it's all glitched and it will go through the walls and stuff. They need to fix that. But, oh well. But yeah, there it is. Anyways, I think that's it for this episode. I think that's pretty much it for my house. Let me give you a whole big view here. You know, there it is from the outside here. I could probably add something there. I'm thinking about doing that. But anyways, maybe I'll do another tour on this when I've added some more stuff. I actually haven't played this in a while. This is kind of just to get a video out. I haven't gotten a gaming video in a while. I haven't gotten a gaming video out in a while, so there's your gaming video, people. Because I've been posting a lot of train videos recently. So, I don't know who likes that and who doesn't, so I'm just, keeping both sides happy here. Anyways, that's it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!